Hi MTV, and welcome to my crib.
My regrets look just like texts I shouldn't send. In my own way, just feel like living.
So this is the garage gainz. I'm going to show you around everything. First of all, ignore the health and safety calamity here, but it's only me and Vaughn training it, so fuck you. Anyway, starting off, we've got a leg kit. So we've got this line hamstring curl. Don't know what kind it is because it's unbranded or it's fallen off. Don't know. It's actually a good bit of kit, although we'll have to use it single leg because it's fairly light. Don't really know where Vaughn sourced this, but it's somewhere. This one's not that exciting. This is the more exciting area. This is the plate loaded Nautilus, which we bought from Luke Hoffman, Luke of the Muscle Mentors. Very good, although it has no drop off at the top, which is obviously what you want when you get weak. So it's heavy as shit, but it's a very good bit of kit. Plus with the plate loaded, it can be useful because obviously Vaughn's fairly big, so stacks can be a little bit too light for him. So this is a very nice moving piece of machinery. The only thing that could be better about it is if that moved, but it is what it is. Now, ignore this. I put a poster over that. This is the Cybex VR3. If you don't know what Cybex is, you'd be as well just stop watching the channel now. This is an unreal bit of kit. I did go through it on the leg day vlog, but just really good position, really stable. Obviously seated hamstring curls are bang on. We can gym pin it as well, so loads of room for progression. And if you've never used one of these, well, unlucky because I've got one in my garage. Obviously Cybex is very, very good kit. This is another piece of Cybex, which if anyone trains the Body Academy in Perth, very similar Smith machine to that, but super smooth. A lot of Smith machines are a bit sticky. Doesn't really need banded, but we've been using it. Obviously Smith machine good for numerous things. I just use it for pressing at the moment. That is very good. Ignore the random dumbbell stuff, I won't go through that. But you know, we've got them. Now, on to the fun. So, primal strength pendulum. This is actually a good big kit because the bottom pad here moves and so does the foot pad. So depending on your height, you can move it around. If anyone's ever used the pendulum, very difficult, and for anyone that was asking me last week, we've not bolted it to the floor, so when you do a rep, at the moment it's moving, so I'm pretty sure again, that's against health and safety, but this will be really good for progression. What you can do as well is you can also add a band, so you can make it harder at the top where it's easier for an extra way to progress it really. So you will see my quads getting even bigger. Now, onto the hack squat, which someone's not unloaded. That was me last week. This is actually a brown hack squat, so obviously loads of different hack squats, loads of angles, things like that. This one's really good because you get loads of depth on it. Again, if you're shorter, I find that I'm 5'8", and even some hack squats you can't actually get to the bottom. But this is a brilliant bit of kit. Although the issue is that we have, not me, but I'm on like 7 plates, Vaughn's on like 9 and he's dieting, so may need the gym pin because otherwise we will run out of space.
Reality. And I was drowned.
On in the back kit, so this stuff actually only came 2 weeks ago. If you've seen the video of the guy on the forklift, it was a fucking nightmare because, or maybe that was other stuff. But anyway, this is a chest supported black pull down, which is obviously very, very good. Really good position. And if you've not used one of these, like if you ever go to a gym, try one because it's just a great position in terms of the way it lines up your lat, how much stability you can have with your chest against this. I use it single arm though because I like to lean to one side. But again, really, really good. And considering I've got my lats not injured anymore, but it's still slightly weak, having a position where you're fully locked in is very helpful.
Not to be forgotten, but still unforgiven. But in the meantime, there are those who want to talk this and that. So I suppose that it gets to a point where feelings gotta get hurt and get dirty with the people spreading the dirt to go. Try to give you warning, but everyone ignores me. Told you everything loud and clear, but nobody's there.
Onto the chest foot T-bar. You've probably seen these before, like most people in gyms just use the T-bar that's like on the joist in the corner. These are better. This one's good because it's got a fairly long chest pad, so a lot of them, what happens is it kind of stuck on your sternum. You can obviously use it for upper back or lats, depending on where you want to be. It's just a nice position all round. I do really like these, just for the different like types of movement you can do on it. And this one is very good because obviously it's got varying different foot pads, or I just stand on the floor because I'm short. And it's also nice to unrack. A lot of them are a bit of a bollock. So, chest foot T-bar. On to the more exciting stuff here. The isolateral row. So this again can be used up here for your upper back, down there for your lats. I use it standing, which I'm away to do today. So there's loads of different ways that I can progress, or if I get to a point where I can't progress, I can switch the movement to something else. This is one of the better ones I've used because when I pull, this handle lines up pretty well with my lat, whereas a lot of them you end up pulling and your arm goes that way, which you don't really want. So, bit of a lucky one because obviously we bought these from China. Who knew it was going to happen? Took like 20 weeks, had to deal with a woman who couldn't speak much English, that was fun. And this got sent on a pallet that was 400 kilos and the guy didn't come with a forklift. So thanks to the garage across the road for finding me a forklift. But this one's really good. If you ever get a chance to use it in my garage gains, you'll have fun, but you won't.
But now I'm swimming through stressful waters to relief. Yeah, all the things I do.
Next, this is the low roll. And again, this is similar idea. I really like these. I actually use this for more mid-back, so my elbows drive out. But we've got, again, loads of scope for stuff to do with it because you can do it standing, you can do it seated, you can do it for your lat, you can do it for your upper back, you can do it for your mid-back, loads of different positions. And also, if I slide that on, there's a fair amount of like area there for us to put plates on, which is good. A lot of them can't really fit it that far. We've got thin plates, so it makes it easier to progress. So next thing you know, I'm going to have a massive back. Over here, I'm not going to tell you what this is, it's a cable stack. If you're wondering why there's weights sitting here, so the bench doesn't slide. But this is a cable stack, you all know. Loads of attachments here as well. Got the 1MR Josh Bridgman cuffs, or about 5 of them. Daisy chains, you know, usual stuff. On to my next area. This is our only, well, it's not our only piece of chest equipment, but obviously we've got the Cybex and we use the cables. This is an incline press. Now it's a little deep for us to go into, but in general it's such a nice position when I drive, everything's lined up well and it's just very, very nice. You'll have used one before when you press, it's a bit uncomfortable on your shoulders, so this is something that I'm really happy with because my pressing isn't that good, and a lot of plate loaded presses have a like area where it gets really heavy at your lockout. This doesn't really have that. It's hard, but it's not heavy in a poor position. It does look like it's squint, by the way, if you ever noticed that. It's kind of a bit loose, that's why. So I'll sort that afterwards, or I won't sort it, Scott will. Last but not least, we have the aircon here. Look at this, it's roasting outside. Got aircon that's currently, it says 19 degrees, feels like 3. I will put up some videos of how the stuff moves. If anyone's got any questions, if the question is how much did it cost, just go on Google, type in how much one bit of equipment is, and then times it by 10. There you go, pretty easy, rather than asking me. If anyone is looking to buy gym equipment though, I would suggest buying from China because you get a better deal and very good equipment. So, this is the Garage Gainz. You're going to see me doing loads of stuff in it. Bye.